It is a great honor and a privilege to introduce
Yes.
Suzanne Marbo, and your maiden name was Rosenbaum.
Yes,
And we're
yes.
here in a beautiful apartment
Yes.
in Jerusalem.
Uh-huh.
And where were you
But
born?
they came, I am born in Belgium. In Belgium.
Where in
In Liège. Yes. And I have my brother. My brother was 2 years older than me. Yes. And that's it. He lives now in Netanya. Yes.
And was your family a very religious family?
Yes. Well, my husband, my father, when he came the first thing, he was organized to a shul and to daven and also when he was always organized. It should be Yiddishkeit and everything in Belgium. Yes.
And where did your parents come from?
From Poland.
And they came from Poland to
Yes, to Belgium.
Belgium.
Yes, and there it was a lot what they let in. In Belgium it was a lot of that they work in the to bring out corn, and then they let in the Jews from Poland, and a lot were settled in Belgium.
Do you know where in Poland your parents came from?
Lask, but I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Lask. This is the name of the city where they came. Yes.
And where you grew up, was there a Jewish school? Did you go to?
No, in Belgium, yes.
And your home, it was
It was a Yiddish home. It was everything. My parents were always looking after it should be Yiddishkeit and kosher and everything, Yes. And then also we had a big synagogue in Belgium, beautiful synagogue. That was not so. But then they had, my father and a few friends of him made, they should have a stiebel where to daven, yes.
And they didn't want to go to Antwerp or to Brussels?
No. After this they went to Antwerp. Well, there were the diamonds. And then my husband was in the diamonds. Then they moved to Antwerp. We moved to Antwerp, and my parents also.
But when you were growing up,
yes,
you stayed always in where?
Antwerp, yes.
But when you were small, when you were a child, where did you grow up? When you were small as a child?
In Belgium.
In which town?
Liège.
And you stayed in Liège? You stayed?
Yes. And then they had a lot of Jews that went there, and they had a nice kehle,
Did you have a Jewish school?
No. We went to the communal school,
And did you have Jewish friends and non-Jewish friends?
Yes.
And also non-Jewish friends?
Also, yes.
And you got on well with everyone?
Yes. Yes, we didn't have a problem with it. No.
And did you have your Baba or your Zayde or other aunts and uncles?
Yes, they were with us.
They were all with you?
Yes, we were living together. Wow. Yes.
And then what happened when Belgium was invaded with the Nazis, with the Germans?
Belgium, no, you know what was invited then. Then we had we had problems with the German, you know. And my eldest brother was taken away, and all the youngers from Belgium, the Jews, the young boys, 19, 20, you know, everybody was sent away from the German.
And did they take your brother?
Yes, my big brother, yes. And my smaller brother, he was hidden by a guy who held him. And we were, me and my sister, we went to a convent, you know.
A convent?
A convent, yes. Yes, yes. Yes.
And what happened to your older brother?
My older brother, he didn't come back.
He didn't come back?
No. All the youngers from, 19, 20, they all take them away, and we never have nothing. We didn't know where this transport went. Till today, we didn't know.
And Suzanne, can I ask you, your parents? What happened with your parents?
My parents, they were hidden in Belgium by Goyim, you know.
By non-Jews?
Yes, by non-Jews, yes. And after the war, then they came back and we went together.
So I want to ask you, when your parents decided, did they take you to the convent, or how did you go to the convent?
To the convent, it was a priest, and he arranged that we should go there and be there. There we went 2 years. I was in the convent. I learned there and everything, but they didn't want to baptize us.
They didn't want to convert you?
No.
Wow.
No.
Can I just ask, did you go with your sister to the convent?
Yes, when she was smaller than me.
How old were you when you went to the convent?
I was 6 years and she was 4 years.
Wow.
Yes. It was, yes.
Do you remember saying goodbye to your parents?
Yes. Yes, and my brother also. My brother, he went to a guy that liked him very much, and he held them all the time by him.
And in the convent, was it very difficult?
No, and we were. It was a school. It was a school, a pensionnat for Jewish kinder and
for non-Jewish children?
Yeah, that's it.
And who looked after you? Did they have nuns? Were nuns looking after you?
Yes, we were like the Jewish kinder who were there also, you know.
And did they know that you were Jewish?
The sisters know, yes, but the other one didn't know.
And were they kind? Were they kind to you, or were they?
Yes. We didn't have a problem when we learned in school with all the children, and that's it, you know. Yes.
Still, it's amazing. And the priest that took you,
yes,
how did your parents get to know him? How did they?
Notice the priest from the church where we were living there. We were living and there was a church. And this is what this priest he sings to take us to a place to be hidden.
Did this priest ever get Chasidei Motalam?
Can be, I don't know just.
And do you remember his name, the name of the priest?
No.
But do you have memories? Do you have memories of going?
It's a little bit, you know. I was still young. I was 7 years old when it was when old Belgium was there. Yeah.
And did you have enough food to eat?
What?
Were you hungry,
Yes.
or you had?
No. Want it was it with a lot of Goyish kinder.
A lot of non-Jewish children.
Yeah, that's it.
And you made friends with the non-Jewish children?
What?
You made friends?
Yes. We went to school together and everything, you know. Yes.
And what happened when it came to pray? Did you have to pray the Goyish prayers as well?
Yeah, this is what it was very interesting. I know in my sister, we know all our what we said at night, what we said to eat, all the brothers we know.
And you knew the Shema?
What?
Shema Yisrael, you knew?
Yes. That's why it was one of the sisters. A few are very bad. They say we should make from them goyim and that's it. No, but she say no one. They know everything from the Yiddishkeit.
From the Jewish?
Yes, then we don't have to make them. They should, and then we continue with the Shema Yisrael and everything, you know. Yes.
And did your parents ever come and visit you during this time?
Once they came, but it was very, very dangerous.
Very dangerous.
You know? Yes. Yes, they came once, and my brother came once also.
And you remember them coming?
Yes, for sure.
It must have been very emotional when you...
Yes. Yes, well, you know. We were very close. I was 9 years, and my brother was 10 years, you know, but But my parents, they went to a nice house, and there they were like helpers, you know. And after the war, we get together, and that's it. But my big brother didn't come back.
And you don't know where he was sent?
No. We never know which. It was one convoy, and no one from this came back, and we didn't hear nothing from them. And it was all children. We were okay. They say, let them go. Then they want to start with you, but not one from the. They were 1920, all the convoy, and no one came back. No one came back. No.
And when you were in the convent, you and your sister, did you know what was happening or what was going? Were you asking, why am I here? Why did my parents put me here?
No. No, you know, we were young, and we didn't, no.
But Suzanne, can
we
I ask?
Knew that they are Hiiden, and we shouldn't speak about them, you know. And that's it.
But having your sister with you,
Oh, this was very...
it must have been a very big comfort for you. It must have been.
Yes, for sure, when she was younger than me.
And you looked after her.
Yes. She was 5 years younger than myself, yes.
So she was like a baby. She was.
Yes. Yeah, that's it.
And what happened when the war ended, when your parents came to fetch you? Do you remember when they came?
Yes, yes, for sure.
So what, can you tell us what happened?
Yes, that. The thing is so that they came to fetch us in the Convent, where we were in the Convent, you know. Then they came and they took us home. Yes.
And it must have been the happiest day of your life. You must have been so...
Yes, for sure. But we were very happy. But my eldest brother didn't come back when he was taken from the German. My other brother, my youngest, is okay. He went to the guy who take care of him. He came back. Everything was. But my eldest brother, with all the youngest from his age, 19, 20, everyone went and said, we never hear nothing from them. This is terrible, terrible.
It's terrible. And when you came back, did you go back to the same house that you had before, or could you go back to your old house, or did you have to go somewhere else after when the war ended?
No, after our parents came and they took us home, yes.
And which home? The same home you had from before?
What?
Was it the same house you had?
No. It's a house that they were hiding. Yes, yes, and we were there. Yes, and then was and you know, it was the German were bombers every day. You know, it was it wasn't. It was. זה לא היה פשוט.
It wasn't simple. It wasn't simple. And how did your parents make a living after the war? What did your father do?
After the war, they had a shop, textile shop, you know.
For textiles?
Yes, and they had like a shop, and this was from there they were living, yes.
And did you go to school?
Yes, for sure, yes.
And were there any other Jewish children in your school?
Also, yes. But we know that we are Jews, but other ones, you know, they didn't know, because the parents didn't teach them nothing, you know. That's it.
And what happened to the rest of the family? To your grandparents and your uncles? And
no, my grandparents, this is already, they came from Poland, and they were taken away also.
They were also taken away?
Yes.
And uncles and aunts?
Well, we have an uncle also, and he has my father has a brother, and he has a sister, and a family, and everybody. We were living in Liège. It's next to, yes, in the French side, yes. Yes.
And how long did you stay in Liège after the war?
After the war, almost. We went to school there, you know. We made a school, and my parents, they moved to Antwerp. But then was all the Jew community.
And when did they go to Antwerp?
To Antwerp, they went to, how can I say?
How old were you when you went to Antwerp?
'11, 12.
11, 12.
Yes.
And was it better? Was it better in Antwerp?
Yes, yes. And in Antwerp we have the Yiddishkeit and everything, you know. The shul and everything. Yes, and it was easier. Yeah. And then my brother came back to be with us also. Just my eldest brother never came back. Yeah.
And in Antwerp, you went to a Jewish school?
Yes. Yes, in Antwerp we have a Jewish school, yes.
And how long did you stay in Antwerp?
In Antwerp till I get married.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
And your husband, was he also a survivor?
What?
Your husband, he was also a survivor? He was
Yes. He was from Antwerp. That's why I met him and we get married together. Yes.
And so can I ask, how did your husband survive?
Two?
Was he also hidden, or how did your husband survive?
He was hidden also.
So there were righteous goyim in Belgium. There were.
Yes.
And the family that hid your brother, were they given Chasidei Mot Olam?
Ken.
They were.
Ken. Frankine, it was his name. His name is Frankine. He was we were living in one of his house, and then that's it.
And do you remember the name of the people that helped your parents, that hid your parents?
No, this is what I say, Frankine.
And the people that hid your brother?
It was also him.
It's the same person?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
And he was given Chasidei Mot Olam, righteous amongst the nations?
Yes.
And did your parents keep the connection? Would they visit, or did
Yes, for sure, yes. Then after the war, we get together again. Yes, you know.
Wow.
Yeah.
And are you in touch with the descendants, with his children?
With?
Do you have a connection with the children, the second generation?
Our children?
And the...
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
We went to the Yiddish school in Antwerp. We had a Yiddish school.
Yeah.
Then it was everything okay then. Yes.
And can I ask, Suzanne, when you came back home,
yes,
did your parents speak to you about, did they ask you questions, how was it in the monastery or the convent?
No, we never think about it, no.
And your sister, did you speak to her a lot about it?
A lot?
Did you speak to your sister and your brother? Did you speak?
Yes, for sure, yes.
And when you were married, and you remained in Antwerp,
Yes, till we went to Israel.
And when did you come here? When did you arrive in Israel?
In Israel, we arrived in Netanya.
But when? What year did you come?
I can say just didn't.
But it was a few years ago?
Yes, for sure.
Wow.
For sure, yes.
And did you speak to your children about being in the Shoah, being in the...
Yes.
So they knew?
Yes.
You didn't, it wasn't hidden?
No, they knew. Yes. Yes, they knew everything. And in the school, in Belgium, it was a Jewish school. Then they were speaking all the time about it.
Because there were a lot of survivors came back to Antwerp. It was it was a very big community of survivors.
Yes, 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 yes.
And most of your parents' friends, and they were also survivors, I'm sure. They were.
Yes, yes. My parents, yes.
And their friends, the whole community.
And my brother, just my eldest brother was taken away, and yes.
Wow. And Suzanne, are you happy that you came to Jerusalem?
Yes,
Jerusalem?
sure. Yes, yes.
It's wonderful.
Yes.
So if I can ask you, what message do you give to your children and grandchildren? What advice or what message do you give to your children and grandchildren?
Oh, they know all the stories.
But what message do you give?
That first they should be grateful to Hashem that we are alive and everything is okay, you know, and yes, we have a lot what to think about it. Yes. Yes.
It's a wonderful message.
Yes, yes.
It's wonderful.
It's true. From where are you?
So I'm from South Africa, but I live here in Jerusalem, in Beit Vegan.
Very
and
nice.
I know many people from Belgium, from Antwerp.
Yes. Yes.
So I just want to thank you so much.
Yes.
Suzanne, really, it's been such a privilege and an honor to be with you.
It's a privilege.
And I so appreciate
thank you
it.
to you that you are all interested in this, you know.
It's not only interested, it's so important to relate the story. And
it's true.
you know what's also amazing with yours is that you have righteous Belgian people that risk their lives.
Yes, for
to
sure.
save your parents, to save your brother.
Yes,
even when you went to the convent, they risked their lives.
For sure, 100%. Yes.
So I want to thank you so much. I'm so grateful to you, and you must keep smiling and
that you make such a big job, you know, this is something.
No, I'm grateful to you.
You know Jenny also.
Sure.
Yes.
So you should just have Hashem's blessings at Mayvesrim, in good health. And thank you so much.
Yes, I am very pleased to have her. Yes.
But thank you so much, Suzanne, I so appreciate
it. Thank you to you. And be well.
And at Mayvesrim in good health and mazel and brocha.
For you
and
too.
It's so nice to see your grandchildren.
You have children, you have, jetzt sozusagen sehen, attention, Hashem's book should take care of you. You should have a good health and everything should be well. You should enjoy life.
Oh, Suzanne, thank you so much. And likewise, all of Hashem's blessings. Thank you.
Yes, amen, amen.
So this is a beautiful picture of your husband Moshe.
It's true. He was such a good man. He was helping everyone and always.
He's very kind, very special. Thank you so much.
And כל הכבוד לך that you make such a beautiful work.
Thank you.
Yes.